Hey, half pint.
What is it, Murray?
So, Zelsius made you mad, huh?
The worst thing is that I don't have my spittoon on me.
I don't know what spittle you're talking about, and I shouldn't want to know. Explain yourself.
When I get angry, I salivate. You see, Murray, my saliva is corrosive, like that of flies. It's like a solvent. When I get angry, my body generates corrosive saliva as a defense mechanism against whatever caused the anger.
How corrosive?
Not enough to corrode the metal of this cage, but enough to leave you without pants.
Fascinating. Do you have good aim spitting, half pint?
I'm the second best spitter in the Pendleton Club.
What did Zelsius tell you while his robots were tying me up and putting you in there?
The chip manufacturing process, where they're lodged in the brain, how they work. Oh, poor Zelsius.
Poor?
Murray, the big problem of scientists like Zelsius is that they can't publish their achievements in scientific journals. So they have to kidnap colleagues like me to share their advances with someone who understands what they're talking about.
Do you think you could take Liz's chip out?
Possibly. It would be risky, but I trust that I could take it out of her brain cleanly.
Why is he preparing my chip and not yours?
Because each monster needs a different model. You non-monsters, on the other hand, are so alike, he'll put one in you that's identical to the one Liz has.
Spit for me.
What a guy. How could I spit on you?
Take good aim. I want your corrosive spittle to eat away the strap on my left hand.
But that's recklessly risky. What if I miss?
Don't worry about me. I still have the right one to break your face. Go for it. Know something? Something's wrong when I feel the need to ask an eminent scientist if he knows the differences between the words hand and foot.
I'm sorry, Murray, but you're very far away.
My feet are tied and... Okay, one goal.
It doesn't go down any lower?
Bingo. Hey, half pint.
What is it, Murray?
Try spitting on me again.
Okay, I'll try from here. Oh, no, I can't.
Oh, what's wrong now?
I'm out of saliva, Murray. My mouth is terribly dry.
Fitzrandolph has never proposed doing anything illegal to you?
Never, even though he has a friend who does propose these things.
Illuminate me.
He told me, imagine that I had a friend that proposed that you create alienating chips to put in people's brains. What would you say? I told him that it would be morally reprehensible, and that I was glad that this friend was imaginary.
Fascinating. What did Zelsius tell you while his robots were tying me up and putting you in there?
The chip manufacturing process, where they're lodged in the brain, how they work. Oh, poor Zelsius.
I'll call Zelsius and you'll spit in his face. Deal?
Murray, I'm a scientist, not a killer. I won't discuss it. Anyway, we'll still be captive. At any moment, someone's going to come, see Celsius, and our situation is going to get worse.
Relax. Hey, Half...
What is it?
I'm going to get you mad. Make yourself comfortable. Do you smell like that because you haven't showered, or does it have to do with your diet?
Don't you remember that I showered in the afternoon and I had pizza for dinner like you?
My description of your mother includes 36 dirty words.
What a guy. You have some great lines.
You're as short in height as you are in wit. Intellectually speaking, a midget.
You just kill me.
If everything in you is proportional, instead of a love wand, you must have a love toothpick.
How embarrassing. But what a guy.
What is this? Do I have to destroy cars before people get mad at me, or what? Relax. As he said, he's preparing a... Hey! 3 Eyes!
Why are you making all that racket?
I have a question.
One and only one.
Where are Big Albert, the poet, and the Immaterial Man?
Right here, in a cell next to my desk, impatiently waiting their turns to get their chips. There's your answer.
Hey, 3 Eyes, I have a question.
One and only one.
Do you know that the Half Pint wants to play you for a sucker?
What?
He says you're such an imbecile that he's going to escape right out from under your nose without you noticing.
Oh, yes?
And he can't be completely mistaken because he's lowered the cage and you haven't noticed.
Oh, disgusting insect! He's not going to want to try that again.
So, Half Pint, what's the anger level?
Overflowingly high.
Drool level?
Highly overflowing.
Do me a favor, don't miss.
And without further ado, Dan was finally free. He freed Professor Fly immediately and got ready to do something he'd been mulling over in his head for a while.
Hey, 3 Eyes.
Dr. Celsius, Mr. Fitzrandolph says that... Ayo, Professor. Have they convinced you yet?
Yes. Murray!
"We have a visitor," shouted Fly. Dan welcomed the visitor with his usual grace, meaning that he immediately tied her up. Then Fly demonstrated his scientific ability by cleanly extracting the chip from Liz's brain.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
It broke. A little piece is still lodged in her brain and I can't get it out.
So, what do we do now?
Forward I am. Don't give up. Please, miss, don't you die.
Ayo, poet.
Poet I am. Truish, you're fine. Face fear. Shame overcome. Never give up. Don't you die, miss.
Poet of Pain's message could not have been more clear. If she wanted to save herself, Liz would have to discover her one true wish. But to do so, she would first have to face her deepest fear and overcome her greatest shame. But how will I do that? She asked herself.
If there's nothing here... Oh, how kind. But that's me. Now I have gone completely crazy. Ugh, crazy and deaf. Reminds me of Queenie, my beautiful sister, the painter. Ayo, Queenie!
5 paintings, little sister. Get it?
What?
Stop being thick and help me out. 5 paintings. 5 blasted paintings. For tomorrow.
Are you having an exhibit?
If I make it. But I'm dry, Lizzie. I don't know what in tarnation to paint.
But me? You paint so much better than I do.
Take that story somewhere else. I need ideas.
Okay, about what? I have no idea. Which?
Scenes, Lizzie. Megalithic scenes. Amazing. To take my breath away. Get it?
Yes. You know what? In the last few days, a ton of megalithic, amazing, breathtaking things have happened to me.
I don't need tons. Just 5. Shoot.
I'll tell you. No, I won't tell you. How can that be? Right now, I can't remember anything.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Lizzie, don't give up. Use your noggin. Get it?
Okay, I'll try to remember 5 scenes to inspire you, said Liz.
When did you get back from Paris?
Never. When in tarnation did you get back?
Where?
To Paris.
No more than an instant ago. Why?
Curiosity.
You have an opening tomorrow. Let's talk about it. How many more paintings do you need for the opening tomorrow?
5. 5 darn paintings. When you think of something breathtaking, send it my way.
What gallery are you showing in?
Guess.
One of Dad's.
Bingo. Some darn painter fell through, and like always, Queenie, Sherry, cover for me.
What's your work fetching these days? Lots, right?
Too much. If a painting has the flame-proof red Q that I use to sign all my paintings, it triples in price. That's absurd. Take Chartres. Is there anything more impressive than the Chartres Cathedral? Nothing. And who in tarnation signed that?
Let's leave your show aside for now. Yeah, talk about our family. Three names of babysitters from our childhood. Time?
Emily, Roberta, and Anouk.
No, none of these is the name I'm looking for, but thanks. Have you heard anything from Anne-Marie?
Can it, Lizzie? I don't want to know anything about your sister.
And yours.
Don't get started. I didn't choose her.
Have you talked to Mom lately?
Yeah, I told her I was going to tattoo a Q on my forehead, and she screamed,
Jean-Michel, did you hear your daughter? For God's sake, she's an Allaire.
She's an Allaire. Same as always.
Let's not talk about family. Hey, yeah.
Aya.
Once I was looking for a needle in a haystack. I like for things to work out on the second try. It's Spencer McDundy, the Australian actor who's been pigeonholed in Scottish ghost roles. Fitzrandolph stole my courage and put it in there. Wait a minute. How do I know that? I don't know. I don't know the combination, and I know I'm not going to be able to guess it just like that, but... I knew it.
I know the combination.
Hey, yo. You talk and everything. What is it?
Oh, get lost, female. I've seen Fitzrandolph open it out of the corner of my eye plenty of times.
Wonderful. What is it?
Get lost! Have you ever done anything for me?
No, never. What is it?
So why should I do something for you?
Because you're an angel. What is it?
An angel? Spencer McDundee, the biggest curmudgeon in Australia, and the rudest Australian in Scotland. You're on your own.
No matter how many times Liz asked, this portrait of Spencer McDundee would not answer. Liz would have to do something for him in order to get the combination to the safe.
My courage is... Nothing. There's no way. That guy on the motorcycle? Something about him doesn't sit right with me. Ah! I just remembered something! I escaped from Fitz Randolph on a motorcycle with a sidecar! Yes, yes, yes! Ever since it got dragon claws, it hasn't barked. I don't want to take a bath. This reminds me of my first, what was it called? Does it work? It works. They say that my first babysitter, what was her name? Hung it up here to distract me, and that it made me forget the man that makes us not want to bathe. I don't want to stop it. For some strange reason, I know exactly what's inside each one of these boxes. For example, I ask myself what's in this one, and I answer, it's full of Post-its. A pair of brassieres. They're for Beverly Torrance, Fitz Randolph's secretary and special friend. Why? I'm not interested in what's inside. A round one, full of balls, and glass eyes, and cheese balls, and Parcheesi dice. That squares perfectly. A hat. A round one. It has a hat purchased by one of those. A street light. It seems strange, but that's what it is. It's true, I don't know how to lie. I'd sure like to. That's it. That's the end of it. A streetlight. Only I would think of hanging the jacket in a place like this. The jacket looks better on me. Only I would think of hanging... It's another box inside this one, with another box inside of it. And what's more, there's a fourth box inside the third. I think there's another box inside the fourth one. I think there's one more box inside the fifth one. Yes. And inside all of them, the instructions for opening them. It's another box with another box inside of it. And what's more, I think there's a... It's a faraway country. A faraway country that no one knows anything about. That no one knows anything at all about. Nothing at all whatsoever about. Nada. That's it. It's a faraway... It's full of books. Lots of copies of the same book. Me, by William A. Fitzrandolph. I read it some time ago. Slow-moving and no spice. The worst thing is that he didn't even write it. This bores me. It's full of books. Lots of He's planning to wear it. What a pig. That's right. Full of tussilago. What is tussilago anyway? Ah, colt's foot. Thank you. Yes, well, there it is. I like to expand my vocabulary. I'm a reporter. It's miss. That's better, but I think I'm gonna forget the word tussilago. Full of tussilago. What is tussilago anyway? It's full of ideas. Bad ideas. Stupid ideas. Preconceived notions. Fixed ideas. That gives me an idea. No, wrong idea. It's full of ideas. It's not one box, but many small boxes. There must be 203 or 194 or 227. That's a little imprecise, isn't it? It's not one box full of snails. Race snails. They were sent from Amundsen because those types of races are prohibited here. At least that's what Edgar says. That's right, and I believe him. Full of snails. It's full of toys. These are the type that it's better not to talk about. No, I've said better not to talk about. There you go again. No, and no. Details. Do you think you're better than a refrigerator? That's it, enough said. It's full of posters. Campaign. For Fitzrandolph. Future congressman. I'll stop him. I will stop him, definitely. I didn't like that one bit. Full of posters. Campaign. Full of ice. The ice is melting. It's melting little by little, but inexorably. It's getting water all over the floor. That's what I think, yes. Full of ice. It's melting. Yellow ones. Square. 3 inches by 3 inches. I don't like Post-its. I prefer to enjoy forgetting things. That wasn't very memorable. It's full of It's full of awards. Best director, best actress, best makeup, best picture. All won by MKO Studios. Their value is incalculable. Stationery, 8.5 by 11, 80 gram, with Fitz Randolph's letterhead in the corner, 2,500. That's all. Made of toothpicks. Hundreds, or thousands, or even millions. Okay, maybe I was exaggerating a little. True, but I like to exaggerate. I'm good at it. Made of toothpicks. Hundreds. It's full of silkworms. They're darling little bugs. Very nice. Good-natured, amusing. But they turn into moths and lose all their charm. It's full of silkworm. Stationery, 8.5 by 11, 80 gram, with Fitz Randolph's letterhead in the corner, 2,500. That's all. Stationery. It has a typical lamp. I don't want to open it. Let's see. This notebook looks familiar. Ah! I just remembered something. I caught Big Albert snooping around Fitz Randolph's office. Yes, yes, yes! I get stuck, although this button... I just remembered something. Fitz Randolph lied. The new direction of the MKO is hiding something bigger. Yes, yes, yes! The speech that I'm reading on the other side is really a message that he wants to send to the entire country announcing the start of his campaign for Congress. He's putting alienating chips into anyone that opposes him. And he's making the monsters act in family films so that instead of fear, they give him the positive image with the public that he needs to win the election. Empty. Hollow. Boring. Sad. No substance. That's a shame. I prefer not to think about it. Empty. It's full of pencils. Colored ones. Very bright colors. And pastel colors. No, sorry, not pastel. That makes sense to me. It's full of pencil. It's not a box. Or a goat. It's a lamb. It's not a sheep. It's not a sick lamb. That's what it is. I like messy desks. It doesn't... It's Pandora's. If you open it, all the bad things in the universe come out. You can never be too careful with some things. Even so, there are people who don't pay attention. Although, the more they tell you not to open it, the more you want to open it. Nothing inside interests me. Well, Pandora refers to a woman, not to that place where 6-foot Smurfs do revolting things with their braids. It's Pandora's. I hated Miss Harrington's sewing class, but now I'm glad. No doubt this is a dance floor, the one at my parents' house. Exactly. And there's the orchestra and Armando, the butler. Heyo, Armando.
Heyo, heyo. But if it isn't my little Eliza, how are you, my dear?
Well, strange. What a lot of people, aren't there?
Ah, you're strange. Don't worry.
Thanks. There's a lot of people, huh?
Oh, yes. Half the county showed up at the dance. People who are very discreet and who follow the rules. Are you willing to dance for once?
No way. People always laugh at me when I dance.
Ah, since you came onto the dance floor, I imagine that you wanted to dance.
No way. Nothing makes me feel more embarrassed than... You know what, Armando? I'm going to dance. I will overcome my greatest embarrassment, as the poet of pain said I would.
Now you are talking. Show me your dance card and get out there on the dance floor.
Card?
Dance card. Don't you have one?
No. Will you let that go just once?
Impossible. Rules are rules. What would your mother say?
Jean-Michel, your daughter is on the dance floor without a dance card. For heaven's sake, she's in a lair.
As it should be. So, go get a dance card and come back when you have one.
Are you sure I can't dance without a card?
I am sure, Eliza, you can't. Your mother would kick me out if she ever found out. Rules are rules.
Where can I find a dance card?
I am no expert on this type of fruit, but I heard that they grow in damp places.
You've brought a lovely orchestra.
Do you like it? I brought it for your mother because she loves flowers, but it didn't impress her as much as I'd hoped.
She only likes roses, and only hers. She loves to show them off. Heya!
Hey,
Anthony, the waiter. Should I clean it? Should I straighten it up? No. Should I start serving drinks? No. Should I clean it? No. What a nice design. It reminds me of someone, but in juicer form. A cone. I want an ice cream. Things to do when this is all over. Make a chocolate cake for 12, eat ice cream, and buy electric blue nail polish. I just remembered something. I had a violent argument with that jerk, Dan Murray. Yes! Too much cold altogether. I just remembered something. I scared an enormous polar bear in Fitzrandolph Zeppelin. Yes! Here's a scene that I remembered earlier. Here goes, Queenie. Fitz Randolph Mansion, Horror Film Awards ceremony. Sitting in a falcon spirit, a jerk known as Dan Murray goes up. Hey, how is it that you've only put him in it?
I'm sorry, Lizzie. Murray is breathtaking. I'm gonna keep thinking. Get it?
Ah, here's a scene that I remembered earlier. Here goes, Queenie. I scared a polar bear. Can you believe it? I stood right in front of him. I like it, but, don't I look a little strange?
You are strange, sister. Very strange. I'm gonna keep thinking. Get it?
Ah, here's a scene that I remembered earlier. Here goes, Queenie. Fitz Randolph wants to go into politics. Can you imagine that? With his... Do you really think he'll go around dressed like that?
But Lizzie, it's artistic license. I'm gonna keep thinking. Get it?
Ah, here's a scene that I remembered earlier. Here goes, Queenie. I caught Big Albert, the most intelligent man in the world, in the act of snooping. You've really got that Big Albert guy on the brain.
Yes, I find his muscles very pleasing. You have no idea how much. I'm gonna keep thinking. Get it?
Ah, here's a scene that I remembered earlier. Here goes, Queenie. I escaped from a Zeppelin on a motorcycle. I started it up on the first try. Wow, I always thought that that helmet would look better on me.
You're hyper, Lizzie. Don't let your brain overheat.
Thanks to Liz, Queenie had made 5 lovely paintings.
What's the problem?
I've run out of flameproof red. I always sign my name in flameproof red. It might seem silly to you, but without my signature, it's as if I didn't paint these paintings.
Okay, I'll go out and get you some.
Now, on a Saturday night?
Tonight is Saturday night?
Little sister, in Paris, it's always Saturday night.
Second button. All done. They're having a coffee klatch, talking about their things. fruit is too green. Cards of all types grow on it. No, better that stays here. I hate for. These generate a lot of foam. I know, because one Christmas we pretended that Anne-Marie was Santa Claus and I was his barber. It's a very unusual shade of red. Here goes, Queenie. If I tell you I have some flame-proof red...
I love you. I'll take you out in the town. I'll sign the paintings, and we'll paint the town red.
Okay. No. Yes. But it's not that. It's much simpler.
Does it do anything for you?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Hiya, Lizzie. Let me know if you need anything else, all right?
Okay, thanks. Yeah. So, what do you have to say for yourself now? Do you like to have your head on your shoulders?
Oh, it's all the same to me. Is that your sister?
The same? Yeah, it's my sister.
Thank you.
Huh?
It's been a long time since I've seen a female that was so female.
Oh, stop. A simple thank you would have been nice.
And you're not welcome. 13 to the right, 8 to the left, 7 to the right, we're even. Now get lost.
Finally, Liz had done something for Spencer McDundy, and he was grateful to her.
I've gotten my courage back, and I should be happy, but... what's Queenie got that I don't got? Ayo, Spencer.
Leave me alone, female.
What's my sister got that I don't got?
A body.
So, you're happy to have your head in the right place?
I could care less, female. I will be happy when you get out of here.
I'm looking for my one true wish. Will you help me?
No. But, here's mine. That you get lost.
We'll talk more later, okay?
Do I get to choose?
That's scary.
But Liz had managed to gather up sufficient courage, so... Finally, she confronted her worst fear and came out alive. What's more, inside the crocodile's mouth, she found half a button.
Half a button? After all I've done? Thanks. I'm perfectly clean, but you never know. Yes, I'll put it on top of the tree. Although, am I tall enough? love wearing high heels. One of them comes with a pen. And I know what to use it for. A dance card. And the first one already belongs to someone. Care to dance?
Eliza, dancing the tango with you would be enchanting. But unfortunately,
the orchestra doesn't know how to play tangos.
Eh? How did you know that?
No idea. It just happens to me sometimes.
Desconcerting.
So, then, shall we skip the tango?
Under no circumstances. Rules are rules.
Okay, I'll teach the orchestra to play the tango myself.
You can try if you like, but remember, the instruments have to sound in unison, and it's almost certain that not all of them should be heard.
Hey, yo, Armando.
What do you have to say, Eliza?
I can't get the orchestra to play the tango well. What am I doing wrong?
You only have to remember two things. One, the instruments must start playing at the same time, following this rhythm. Pum, 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 pa pum. And two, to play a tango, you don't need all the instruments. You have to select the ones that you want to hear.
Can't we skip the tango?
But, child, rules are rules. What would your mother say? Do you want me to get fired?
I didn't remember you being so short.
It's that you grew a lot in very little time, my child. You were much later than your sister Anne-Marie in getting your growth spurt.
Of course, I didn't want to be first. Hey,
Hey,
Let's see, which instrument goes first?
That's good, but remember that you can ask this instrument to stop whenever you want. The instruments must start playing at the same time, and not come in when they feel like it. Rules are rules. Hey, careful with the rhythm. Hey, careful with the rhythm. Hey, careful with the rhythm. Remember that there are some instruments that should not be heard. Hey, careful with the rhythm. This instrument does not belong in a tango. Hey, careful with the rhythm. The instruments must start to play. Hey, careful with the rhythm. Hey, careful with the rhythm. Hey, careful with the rhythm. careful. This instrument. This instrument. Hey, careful with the rhythm. The instruments must start to play. Hey, careful with the rhythm. careful with the... Remember that there are some instruments. Hey, now that sounds like a tango. You did it. Let us dance, Eliza.
2012, 2012, 1-4. 2012, 2012, 1-4.
Liz, by mustering the courage, overcame her greatest embarrassment and danced in front of the many guests in the room, getting something in exchange.
But didn't I have the other half? But Dan? Jerk beyond jerk!
Dan no jerk. Dan strong.
Why are you talking that way? Cat get your verbs?
Dan not smart. Dan strong. But Dan words difficult. Dan no wish.
It seems like I'm supposed to find my one true wish here.
Dan strong. Dan one true wish.
Finally, Liz had found her one true wish in the flesh, in the person she least expected to find it.
No. There's no wish about it. Nothing.
Dan strong.
This can't be happening to me.
Liz, companion of Dan.
This has to be a nightmare.
Liz strong. Fight. Combat. The fight, Liz. Manny Brown. Rico Sandretti.
Murray!
Where are those tickets?
Murray! Come here for a minute.
Tickets.
Try not to disturb Liz. She's relatively stable and she's out of danger, but who knows when she'll wake up.
That's not my problem.
As far as the other problem goes, which is to say, how we are finally going to get free of Fitzrandolph, everything's been taken care of.
Define everything.
First, I'll construct a chip extractor to liberate the rest of Fitzrandolph's victims safely.
Now I'll need you to get me one or two components, said Fly. After all, you're still my volunteer. Plus, you'll have to make sure to keep Fitzrandolph away from here, he continued. He can't find out that we've gotten free.
Fascinating. And the part about the escape?
That's the best of all. Big Albert is at the end of this hallway with the Immaterial Man and the Poet of Pain. Three of the most brilliantly lucid and lucidly brilliant minds of our time. At this moment, they are designing a master plan that will sink Fitzrandolph's plans.
Oh, and I suppose that you also want me to help them, right?
Murray, you're a man of action. Leave the thinking to the professionals, okay?
Oh yeah? You know what action I feel like taking right now? Breaking your face.
What a guy.